Kabiru from Nigeria. Yes, and I'm a pharmacist. We'll talk about that later. So coming here today for the summit and all 3 days, first of all, it's opened my mind to a lot that I can do. I came here because I wanted to learn, to network, and definitely I'm going back with not only Africa in my mind, but the world in my mind. So well, I'm going back to my country to do better, to improve on what I do, and then back with the mentality that Africa indeed is rising. Thank you so much.
Another one. From Nigeria? Nigeria was taking over.
Hello, everybody. I am the president of the Cameroon National Youth Council. So I am the youth representative from Cameroon. And from my experience that I've learned here, I would like to bring back the Youth Connect Africa in the Cameroonian context. So going back to my country, I will probably organize a Youth Connect Cameroon with Cameroonian youth so that we will have a lot of experiences. We will struggle a lot of challenges, but from what I've learned from the different leaders, the different success stories that I've heard here, I'm sure that Cameroonian also can do the same. And probably after Youth Connect Cameroon, we will organize our Youth Connect Africa, and we will be able to host all of you here. You will be invited to come and share your experiences, what you know, your different talents. And thank you very much.
Thank you, my
Yes, gentlemen. Yes, gentlemen. Where are you from?
Thank you very much, Madam. I'm Kolua from Kenya. I'm Director of Youth for Narok County. And we are grateful for being here. I must recognize you guys from all over Africa. And we are grateful as Kenyans. We learned a lot. We interacted with most of you. And as we go back home, I'm very sure we got some challenges, some insights that we are going to implement at home. First, I want to congratulate and recognize the fact that Rwandan government has done a lot as much as the youth empowerment is concerned. I looked at the Youth Empowerment Center, and it was the best. It had the best activities going on there. And as we go back to Kenya, and I'm very sure we're going to replicate the same activities at home. Thank you.
Thank you. Someone else from Comoros?
Yeah, hello everybody over here. My name is Ben from Comoros. I am here with the delegation of the government of Comoros. What we have seen here, it's blowing mind experience, actually. And it's giving us hope and motivation. And what we can promise you, in the next year, we are launching the National Innovation Day of Comoros. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I'm from Tanzania. I'm representing the Youth of United Nations Association. I have learned a lot here for the Youth Connect Africa. I think this is a great platform for the youth to practice their talents, their leadership and diplomacy. And I would like to take a lot of things here and to customize them in my country. And I think soon as possible we'll have this kind of platform in Tanzania. And we will invite you, all of you, to make sure that you are coming in and learning from us, and we're learning from you as well. Thank you so much.
So we can continue the discussions on social media and everywhere. So without further ado, wow, the youth over there, they are dynamic. So let me welcome the minister from Sierra Leone to give us a speech as a representative for all the delegation.
Thank you very much. High Excellency Professor Sarah Abu, AU Commissioner of Youth, Honorable Rosemary Mubaza, Minister of Youth, Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I stand on existing protocols. Youth of Africa, are we here? I'm not getting it. Youth of Africa, are we here? Good. Thank you very much. I want to start by thanking the organizers for the opportunity given to me to make a statement on behalf of government delegates that participate in the Youth Connect Summit. Africa population is set to double to over 2 billion by the year 2050. We must act collectively to address the needs to empower our youth, economically and with the value that sets them apart of success for success. From the many conversations we have been through during this summit, we take home a lot to think about. First, that needs of youth across the continent are evolving, and that the way we engage them is equally evolving. As ministers, we embrace the vision to be more connect under the Youth Connect, to exchange the best practice of youth empowerment. We must support our innovative by giving the platform to grow. We must ensure that our policies and programs prepare them for the success. We can't continue doing the same things and expect different results. Let's jump into implementation. For us as young people, first, remind them of all African proverb that there is no way you can leave your destiny in the hands of any government. Your destiny is in your hand. We should have the passion to do things differently. The youth should be constantly engaged in all facets of society, economically, politically, and all other areas that we know we can make the difference. There is no way, I repeat, we can continue doing the same thing and expect different results. Go for the best. Go the extra mile, then you will get extra results. Gender issues should be placed at the forefront of every discussion. Our challenged youth should be given opportunities. Regular engagement, either through conference and otherwise with the youth of all countries and even with the different continents. Once again, I thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Minister. And I would like to call our very own Honorable Minister Rosemary Mbabazi, Minister of Youth, Rwanda, to give us the closing remarks.
Africa Viva? There is no energy. What are we going to go back to do? Can I hear you in the house? Africa Viva? No, the people on the streets have not heard about you. Africa Viva! Viva! Merci. Thank you so much. Honorable Ministers of Youth representing our friendly countries from Burkina Faso, Angola, Sierra Leone, Cape Verde, and Uganda. And also our colleague ministers who left this morning from Ghana and Botswana. Distinguished government delegations from many countries, but to mention a few, from Chad, Democratic Republic of Congo, Senegal, Liberia, Congo-Brazzaville, Togo, Zambia, Nigeria, Guinea-Conakry, Tanzania, Kenya, as far as United Arab Emirates, and China, and further as Canada. You're most welcome to Rwanda. Our co-hosts the African Union Commission, the African Development Bank, United Nations Development Program, and also partners that are on board under one UN One Family, the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, UN Women, UNICEF, COICA, GIZ, Digital Opportunity Trust, Imbuto Foundation, UN Habitat, VSO, UN volunteers, our ICT chamber, our Ministry of ICT, MasterCard Foundation, UNESCO, Fonedwa, Ingomoko, and many more. I really want to take this opportunity to thank you very much for joining us for the second Youth Connect edition. We have had over 2,800 delegates, and among those we had 776 international delegates that came from different parts of the continent, and basically they're from 90 countries, and among them we had 78 were youth. Youth, you're not glad about that? We also had at least 40% were women. There's an improvement from last year's numbers. I want to start by correcting some of colleagues who mentioned here and from all the discussions and previous speakers. They talked about that governments or ministers or officials are here just to listen and no implementation. I want to correct you that the people who are here, the ministries are here, the governments that are represented, and all partners here are all doing a great job back home. And we are here not to say Rwanda has it all. We are also in the journey of learning from each other. We're just trying our best, but we believe there are also countries that have done very well, and we want from each other. That's why we're here, to share experiences and learn from each other. So I want to applaud our colleague ministers for the great work you're doing. And also thank you very much for coming with delegations of young people. I know everyone came with a delegation of young people present here. With their support, we managed to make it here and make our event very colorful. So I really want to applaud and request our young people, if we are giving you a platform and an opportunity to explore, to learn, and to share experiences, we want also some minimum respect. We don't mean protocol, but there's no way you can stand up from some panels and you say, you are not youthful ministers, so you're not doing anything. You're not youthful presidents, so you're not doing anything. Leadership is just influence wherever you are. Leadership is not because you're a minister. Leadership is not because you're a president. Leadership is not because you are head of something, but within your communities you can make a difference. I think you saw the people who were awarded. We're awarding people with influence in the communities. See, I want to ask you that you take that as a takeaway from this meeting, that we need also to learn from elders because they have a stock of wisdom. They always tell us that gray hair means stock of wisdom that you can really rely on and learn from and share as well as mentor from. This summit's theme being Connecting Youth for Continental Transformation is a mandate we as governments and development partners take on. As was demonstrated through the many sessions, side conversations, African youth are brilliant, creative, and willing to drive the continent's transformation. The past 3 days have been filled with energy. Did you hear that in the house? A lot of energy, a lot of vibrant young people moving throughout our corridors, and very rich conversations of innovation, economic integration, closing the gender gap, job creation, urbanization, and volunteerism. What a rich and diverse experience that we had in the house. The Youth Connect Hub will be serving as a platform for us all to engage, listen, and learn from each other. We have heard from our dear youth, African youth and beyond, and we work collaboratively throughout to ensure we deliver the platforms and services you need. We invite you to be drivers and partners in the delivery of transformation of Africa. And I know we cannot make it, given that 60% of our population is composed of young people, and we really believe If we are empowering you, we are empowering our economy, we are empowering our continent. I don't want to take much of the time, but wish to thank you very much for your participation. And it's one of the events where I saw young people with a lot of discipline. I want to applaud you for that. Whatever you do, it starts with discipline. If you plan for something, you implement it because you have a discipline. You have something that you plan for, and how do you make sure? So the how you do it. I've seen all sessions filled up with young people. You have really changed our mindset and our thinking about you. You're so creative and wonderful people. Some beliefs or perception, people think young people, when they're in a meeting, they don't listen for so long, they would be on the streets walking around, but you kept here on time and left on time. Whether it's field visit, you are there, whether it's a session, you're there. You gave us hope that Africa is here to grow and prosper. I wish to thank you all for your participation, engagement, commitment to Africa's youth. I hope you have enjoyed your stay in Kigali, but you can stay longer. We are open. The visit to Rwanda. You can stay longer. We are happy to host you once again. I want to take this opportunity to thank Madam Commissioner. You just came in and we talked about the great work the African Union Commission is doing. We've just concluded a session some few minutes ago with the commissioner. She spoke so well and motivated the young people. I really want to give you an applause and thank you, the commission, for partnering with us. All African countries, we are here to work with you to make sure your mandate is achieved and also make sure our continent prospers. Instead, we see in our young people as assets, not liabilities. To see them as the strength, but not weakness. We don't want to see them as a time bomb, but we want to see them as an asset to prosper our continent. And I believe from what we heard from the young people, I didn't always want to speak before I listened to them. That's why we gave them a platform for them to tell us what are the resolutions, what are they going to do back home. You don't have to wait until you have a big conference like Youth Connect, but you can do a lot. Those small things that you do within your communities make a big difference, and that's what we are looking for. We are not asking for a lot of things or big projects. We want you to start with what you're capable of doing, and partners will join you. We always tell young people, whenever you have a great idea, money run after you, banks run after you. Did you see how money was running after these innovators? Did you see that? But when you don't have ideas, it's you to run after the checks, looking for bankers and everyone and partners. But when you have great ideas, we'll be looking for you. Where are you? The 365, it's like one innovator every day, 365 days in a year. And we had them all here present their project. Really, I want to thank you all for your participation. You made it a success. We don't take the credit. You take the credit for all this great work. And I thank you very much. And I wish you a safe journey back home and meet you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable. I have two small announcements. The first one, she just talked about going back home. But before you go, if you want to have a tour of the city of Kigali, you can register. There is registration going on outside. And for the VIPs, I would like to request you to, when you exit the room, to use that door. Thank you so much, and have a great day.